Hello guys, welcome back to Let's Get Barred. So, let's get to it. Today I'm going to be talking about my brilliant experiences that I've had with Anne of Green Gables, which is a show that I've just been in. So Anne of Green Gables was done by a company called Redhead Reach, and that is the lovely Colleen Webb who's in charge of that. Not only has she written the show, but she's wrote some of the music, she's produced it, and she starred as Anne. And what she's done is she's set up Redhead Reach, which is a company basically looking at promoting the welfare of redheaded actors and introducing redheaded characters. And Anne of Green Gables is very important to her heart because obviously Anne has red hair and she's grown up in a time where her hair does receive some discrimination. Before I talk any more about Redhead Reach, I'm going to leave that to talk to Colleen about, as she'll tell you a lot more than I ever can. The character that we have is the lovely Simon Corbell. He was the original writer of the 39 Steps, the Big West End show, featuring over 130 characters and just 5 actors, with a lot of props as well. Now there are 5 members of the cast. There's Anne, played by Colleen Webb, and then there's a guy called Phil Jennings, a woman called Sarah Gordon. They're the 3 original cast members, but there are 2 newbies, myself and the lovely Vicky Glover, who's also a Yorkshire woman, but I'm a Yorkshire man. So basically, in Anne of Green Gables, I played 4 of the supporting characters. The station master, I like trains. And then there was Mrs. Spencer, the asylum worker. And she was a case as well. She talked like that, and she was very excitable. Had a lot of people around her house. It was very loud as well. Also played the love interest, Gilbert Blythe. Modest and shy a lot of times, but also very handsome and very good at school. They're basically nothing like me at all. And then I played a young little girl called Ruby Gillis. And Ruby talked like that, and she was very unsure of herself and a bit ditzy. So I basically get to put on a dress for half the show, which I was very happy about. Gilbert was my main part, and basically it was his job to wind Anne up at the carrots, carrots, talking about the red hair. And what was really cute about the set for Anne of Green Gables is there was one tree stuck in the middle of these 2 different sides. So one was the outside and one was the inside, and the tree represented the changing of the seasons. While we were singing some of the songs, we'd take the branches off and replace the branches with spring leaves, summer fruits, autumn leaves and winter snow. And it really gave that sense of time. Ellen Montgomery's original book, the first book, I think there's about 4 or 5 years passage of time. A really clever little thing from Simon, just to take out the tree leaves and put in a different season. And one thing that we did this time that apparently they didn't do in the previews was add a lot of external sound effects. We had some bird noises at the back, these little wooden frogs that we would play for the summer. Mrs. Spencer's scene, which was meant to be a big house that she had, where there was lots of clanging and banging, and it really gave the sense of chaos, and it was really fun to be part of. I really enjoyed working with the other actors. They were fantastic. Prince Edward Island accents were very good. Yeah, it's very difficult to do the Canadian accent. There's a lot of tightness in the jaw, which is something that actors shouldn't do, and it goes up a lot of the thoughts and the sentences. It also sounds very nasally, but it's also very close at the front, and it's can be very slow, but also very quick. And a lot of the consonants sound very Irish as well. There's a wispiness to them. To reinforce the idea of a small kind of well-knit community, there were some folk songs. Colleen had sort of taken, having gone to Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island, she'd actually rewritten some of the original songs and found passages of song lyrics and basically put some to the tune. And she created these 5 beautiful songs that encaptured a bit about the history and the heritage of Prince Edward Island. Farewell to Nova Scotia, the sea-bound coast. Basically, we'd echo some of these songs as well throughout the play. We'd have little excerpts here, little excerpts there, sometimes humming them. And it gave that sense of omnipotency, that we were ever present even while the scenes were going on. So yeah, it was a real sort of ensemble atmosphere. There was a lot of props. There were really nice intimate moments. Nothing happened too fast. For me, it was a really nice experience to engage with such sort of talented actors on the stage and really just get a sense of how to inhibit sometimes quite ludicrous characters, but very naturally. Learning a different accent as well is always a good thing. So, in the next few videos, as well as me talking about Anne of Green Gables, we're going to invite some of the cast to talk. I'll be probably sat in the Acorn Theatre at this point in the interviews, talking to the lovely Phil Jennings and the lovely Vicky Glover. I'll also be getting to talk to the lovely Colleen Webb about her experiences, not just of the play, but of the company as well. So, thank you very much for joining me here today. I hope you've had a very nice time. I know I have, talking about Anne of Green Gables, and I hope to see you very soon. Let's get bored!